I think what's perhaps even more important than that for both of these men, for Modi and for Putin, is the optics of this. The fact that we saw them once again just moments ago sitting in a limousine together, much like they did several months ago after the SCO summit in China, where they sat and talked privately for nearly an hour in Putin's armored limousine. We saw Prime Minister Narendra Modi waiting on the tarmac to greet Vladimir Putin as he walked off the plane. They are likely doing this, projecting this close relationship, knowing that there's one person in particular glued to the television set watching this very closely. And of course, you and I both know who that is. That's President Donald Trump at the White House. This is coming at a very critical time where relations between New Delhi and Washington are arguably at some of the lowest levels in years. At the same time, Russia and the U.S. are trying to figure out a way to negotiate an end to the war in Ukraine. And for Vladimir Putin to be able to come here and stand next to the leader of the world's largest democracy, one of the most powerful leaders in the world, and to stand shoulder to shoulder and project such warmth and friendship, it's a message to Donald Trump, for both Modi and Putin, that they have options no matter what happens with the U.S.
How do you think Washington, and in particular the Trump administration, how do you think they're going to view this? The last time, like you said, when they rode together at the SCO summit, I think Trump said something on social media to the effect that I think we've lost India to deep, dark China and Russia.
Oh, I think it's, of course, I don't know President Trump personally, but from what we see publicly and what he says, he might get pretty jealous to see the two of them so close and chatting in such a friendly way. President Trump loves himself to sit in the limousine and chat with Prime Minister Modi and to sit with Vladimir Putin. He likes to be in the room when these conversations are happening. And so the fact that he is kind of on the outside looking into this, that's not a great position for him to be in, because he needs things from both Modi and Putin. He wants to end very badly the war in Ukraine. The Russians feel that, frankly, they have a lot more leverage in the situation, which leaves the United States to basically do the easier thing and to pressure the Ukrainians to threaten weapons shipments and intelligence sharing and that sort of thing. There's not a whole lot of pressure that the U.S. can put on Russia right now because the sanctions aren't really working that much. Putin's kind of rejiggered his economy to make it an economy that is supported by this war effort, so the Russians can keep waging war as long as they feel they need to, until they get things like the concessions, the land concessions of the Donbas region. And so for President Trump to be watching that and to know that he doesn't have a whole lot of economic leverage either, because of the fact that India is purchasing so much affordable Russian oil, the economic relationship, the military technology, the fighter jet, information sharing that could be negotiated and signed here in the coming hours. All of it certainly leaves President Trump sitting in the White House wondering what he's going to need to do to get himself in the position that he likes, which is a more powerful position than perhaps the United States is sitting in right now.